We're back, Seven Rivers Racing here in KQEG TV. The moment is almost here as the first official practice of the Crosse Speedway comes about on the 21st. First full night of racing coming up on the 28th. I don't want to have to deal with griping against Mother Nature this year. We got the rain and nasty weather out a couple weeks ago. We want no rainouts. We want to start the season exactly as the schedule says and just start check marking the races as we go on.
And the bear is gone. And
yeah,
the beer is going to be cold. And
always the food is outstanding.
Yes.
Well, Travis Christenson, our guest on the program, drives the silver and green number 38 Quick Trip NASCAR late model. Travis, you had told me here about a month and a half, 2 months ago, you were kind of dabbling in looking at running a full season as you and I were talking on Facebook. He does have a racing Facebook, too. I brought that up several times. That if your drivers or race teams or wives or whatever the case may be, make a race team Facebook because the exposure on social media is so out there and so new, and it's free. I mean, what a way to advertise when you can do it for free. I know your wife April real well. You got a couple of young ones at home as well. When did you come to the decision that you said we need to find the financial backing to go out there for a full year?
It's pretty much April gave me the okay. She goes, I got a house now. We got the boys there, got their bedrooms. Why don't you go back racing again? She knew I was itching. I didn't, you know, we had both boys in a matter of 10, 11 months last year. And bought a house. There wasn't too much money left there to be racing last year, you know, and then.
And you only made a handful of races last year. I think maybe 2 or 3. If
it was like it was like I think it was like 8 or 9.
Oh, really?
Year. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And I mean, for somebody that did it twice a week, every week, you know, 8 or 9 times a year, I've been itching really, really bad.
You were one of those getting cabin fever in July.
Yeah.
But you know, having somebody in his life like his wife is so supportive, that right there makes it so much better out there, and it frees you up to do a lot better, and it's going to benefit her and your family down the road for sure. I mean, it's just great to see things like that.
And I can tell because now the chats I have with her on Facebook are all about racing. It starts the 21st, and we're going to be there the 20th. I mean, she's really, she seems more ramped up about this than you do.
I was going to say, get out of the car, I'll get in.
You can see that as a wife of a race car driver, I know she's had to have seen a spark in you when she gives the okay, here's what we're going to do, and I see the excitability coming out of a wife. I mean, you know, well, you're the driver itself.
Yep. I mean, I'm telling all my buddies this because I'm so crabby. She knows she needs to get me out of the house now and get back racing and go do that stuff.
Kick you out to the garage.
Go out to the garage. Go work on your race car. Get the heck out of here. You know. No, she's been very supportive, and I tell you, I got 2 monsters of boys, so. For her to let me go out, like this whole last weekend, she let me go out and work on the race car pretty much all day long, both days, and I didn't even get a peep out of her.
And I do have to mention, she didn't think I was going to mention this, but I do have to mention that I was out helping him work on his race car a couple weekends ago. April, you still owe me a nut, and you still owe me a zipper because I did some damage out there that weekend. So it was,
you were working on a race car.
I was out there helping him out, man. You know,
good for you.
Silver and green, we had to get the thing going.
Good for you.
And I know. Now, are you still going to be silver and green this year?
No, it's going to look like the silver and red and black Winston car that Earnhardt had.
Oh, very nice. Very nice. Because when I watched the haulers come through when I up in the tower at La Crosse. You know, been doing that for so long now, I could pretty much know who's bringing what out there. And as soon as you see the silver and that bright green, bang, well, Christenson's back out again. And that brings up a good point because I've seen some of the paint schemes that some drivers are going with this year. Just recently, I know that Chris Grady, who's going to try to run as much as he can this year, has his car numbered, lettered, the whole thing going on. And this is the time of the year that I like seeing what changes come about. And you look at the scheme you're going to do. How did you come to that?
Well, I picked up Fantastic Sam's as a sponsor this year, so I kind of wanted to do something in red. And I've been an Earnhardt Senior fan since I've been knee-high to a grasshopper, so that was always my favorite paint job that he always had on his race car. I just kind of went with it. I was sitting doodling on the computer one night trying to come up with a design, and it just kind of came to me. Why don't I do this?
You know, I've seen a lot of Jack Litchheim, as a matter of fact, who's going from Thunderstock to Sportsman this year. I don't know what program you guys are using now, but there's a program out there that I bring Jack up because it was just like 2 weeks ago. had thrown up one color scheme and schematic of what he wanted his car to look like in like a blue pattern, and then did the same thing in green. It wasn't his car, but it was the schematics of what it could look like. I mean, that's good. Instead of sitting down drawing it out now, you guys really have it somewhat easy where you can just kind of click and paste until you go, that's it.
Yep. And there's a internet site you can go to, and it'll actually change different areas of the car. It'll actually put on the stickers that the track is going to give you. It's a pretty nice little tool for all the race teams to use.
Too bad it's not like the Jetsons where you could just get an idea and throw it in the microwave and bang, it's sitting in your driveway.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
I know you've got some sponsors as well that have been with you for quite a while that are going to help you come back out to La Crosse this year.
The biggest one is Steve Brown at Island Tool and Die on French Island. I mean, if you got any kind of machining work you guys need to have done, anything, if it's any kind of project, go over and let Steve Brown and that other old guy that works over there, he's kind of good too, I guess. My dad, he's probably my biggest sponsor of ever. I mean, every dollar and cent he's had in his pocket, he's put into my race team, and I can't thank him enough for that. This year, I've got Fantastic Sam's has stepped on board, the Unalaska and Winona locations.
And I'll throw a plug in there as well. I was going there getting my hair cut and having a great job done. I messed up last month. I went to a different location, and darn near walked out of there bald. So I will never stray away from Fantastic Sam's again.
Yeah, it's a pretty good place. There's another girl that works there too. I guess she's pretty okay. But yeah, Coach's Corner Sports Embroidery and Apparel, they came on board this year and got me all my sweatshirts and Traveling Table Massage, Caroline Sarakis. She'll pick up that massage table, come to wherever you're at, hook you up if you got a sore back or
you
neck.
know, as you're working on Al's car and down in the pits this year, I walk down and see a table start folding out, I might have to push you off there a bit.
There you go.
CVC Construction, that guy, he could build you a whole house probably in a weekend. I got to give big thanks up to BS Body Shop and Bar and Grill, Regal Plastics, Track 2, the Fabulous Baloney Skins, and of course my wife April.
And if you haven't seen the Fabulous Baloney Skins, that's an outstanding band. Look them up on the internet. They were at his smoker, and I sat back and thought, wow, this is going to be kind of interesting, and that was an outstanding band. You've really got to check them out. I would really encourage that. Travis Christenson drives the number 38 Quick Trip NASCAR late model. Going to try to make a full season out of it this year. Get a great family that supports him, and that is what we are all about at La Crosse or wherever you're racing at. It's all about family first, and then fun, and then the festivities. That's a triple F. I'm going to use that somehow this year. Family, fun, and festivities, all of the La Crosse Speedway.
Where action is the attraction.
We appreciate you coming in. Good luck to you on your ventures this year. I know we're going to be seeing you quite a bit down in the pits, and we'll try to get you back in on the show later in the year.
Thank you very much. I really appreciate this.
Also going to get Travis on the AM 580 WKTY Mississippi Thunder Race Report. You can hear that on Saturdays from 4 until 5. You can also find that on Facebook as well. For Al Losi and Travis Christensen, I'm Dan Diger. Thanks for stopping by. You can check us out on YouTube when our fantastic producer Jesse puts it up on there, and you can watch it over and over and over. And Jesse does a nice job because he puts it in 3 segments. If you don't want to listen to us, you just want to focus in on the driver, you can do that as well. Thanks for joining us, folks. We'll be back next week with more here on the Seven Rivers Racing Show, K2EG TV.